See if it looks good on that side. Looks okay. That side, don't like it very much. This side, stick to this side. Okay. Yo, Annie. Just waiting a bit. Wait a little bit, then talk. Trying an extra light today. Get my videos up instead of just one light, a bit dark. Since we're talking about light, try two. Hey, Freddy man. Right, okay. Okay, so I always put in title what I'm going to talk about because I could talk anyway, but I want to concentrate on specific things that I'm learning, which are obviously really important. Sun and blue blockers, because we need to think about light in the daytime from sun, but also at night time, how to prevent these nasty lights. So, first admission, there's a huge difference in sunlight at different times of day. No music, Freddy. No, mate. Sorry. I thought you can hear me for a second. I was like, no. Ian, mate. How you doing? Yo, so, first mission. There's a huge difference in light frequencies from the sun at varying times of day. Now, maybe you guys knew this, but I wasn't down with this idea for the longest time. But from what I'm learning, plus experiencing, so what I've read and reading, plus experiencing, I'm feeling qualitative differences that correlate with what I'm reading in the sun and the power of the sun at different times of day. Now this makes sense to me because in nature we're supposed to be out with the sun. Let's go with what we're supposed to be done. Yeah, we're supposed to be living pretty much 24/7 outside with the sun. That's what our ancestors did. And it does make sense, bearing in mind that we were out with the sun, and we're supposed to be out with the sun now, from dawn till dusk. So in the summer that's like 8, 10 to 12 hours, quite long. And in the winter a little less, 6 to 8 in Europe. And the equator even longer. If you're up in Finland and Norway, a little less. Hey ho. But the point is, it makes sense from a logical point of view when you think about it, that the sun frequencies, the medicine from the sun, it varies and oscillates and changes from dawn to midday to dusk, right? The quality of the medicine changes. Some of the medicine is stronger in the dawn, and then at midday it shifts. I'll explain which ones that we know about. There's a lot that we don't know about yet, which makes it's going to be exciting to find out in the next 1,000 years or whatever, or however long. And then again, so it shifts. It's the medicine from the sun is different in the dawn to rise. And then it changes slowly. It's not a sudden change, yeah? Just slowly as the sun gets higher in the sky. It changes at midday. And then it goes back to the same kind of quality of medicine at near dusk as it is at dawn. So there's two types really. Although it's a cycle, slow burn cycle, right? As the sun comes up, rises to the top, the midday sun, then comes back down again. But it's interesting to think about. Very interesting. And there's a lot of information I could... I'm going to put in the book. Could be too long for this video, but I'm connecting the dots with really simple shit to encourage people and myself to go and get sunlight. Give them sunlight, as much sun as possible, even if it's just your eyes. Nudism's better, and doing sun gazing too. But I'm not even going to talk about sun gazing at this point. So, from what we understand, I think this is why the sun gazing protocol by HRM. I don't know his full name. There's only one official sun-gazing protocol, and whatever it is, he always said that you've got to do it in the morning, first thing in the morning, as you get up, the rising sun, and at the end of the day, the dusk sun. He said never to do it at midday, and I think he said it because it's dangerous, and I've done midday sun-gazing, and it's not dangerous, and it's very powerful. And I know for a fact you breathe deeper at the midday suns. There's something going on there with the midday sun medicine being different to the dawn medicine of the sun and the dusk medicine of the sun, if you call it that. There's a different quality. It's a deeper breath. It's better in a way, but actually there's advantages to getting sun on your eyes and skin, nudism, and doing or sun gazing as well in the dusk and the dawn that they don't have in the midday, and that's based on the frequencies of light changing from the sun. So, as the sun rises at dawn and at dusk, the sun consists the frequencies of UVB, UVA are very, very low at these times. Very low. They still exist. All frequencies of the sun are in there at any one time. As soon as you start seeing it at dawn and dusk, it's very low. So UVB, which is for vitamin D synthesis, it's very low at the dawn and dusk. Also UVB for wound healing, for skin diseases, for skin purification, cleansing your skin. It's very low because of UVB. It's very low at the dawn sun. UVA also is very low. UVA that induces nitric oxide. It forces the nitric oxide in your skin into the bloodstream. So that's very low too. So UVA, UVB are very low on the dawn and dusk sun. And also, another one that's quite low is the light spectrum of the colours of the rainbow. So you know that the sun has all other colours of the rainbow as visible light. You know, indigo, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. The colours of the rainbow. That's the visible light spectrum. It's very low. Even though you can see the sun, and it's still there, in the dawn and dusk, it's very low. Very low. Especially the lowest frequencies of the visible light spectrum, so blue, indigo, and green, they're very low, whereas the testing me now, yellow, orange, and red are a little bit higher, but they're still kind of low. Now, kind of contradict myself there. Hear me out. In the visible light spectrum, the dawn and dusk sun have very low frequencies of the blue light, but they do have the blue light, because the blue light, science says that it's really important for health, and people that are really into light, the professionals, Jack Kruse, and all these people that are really into light, and science now is discovering that we need that blue light first thing in the morning to activate our hormones and activate our circadian rhythm, the neurotransmitters and hormone production. So there is blue light that we need to hit our eyes as soon as we get up in the morning, not the midday sun. I mean like a 7, 8, 9, 10. The early morning sun, there is blue light. I'm just saying there's not a lot. And as you go up the frequencies of visible light spectrum from blue to red, there's very little blue, and it keeps going up and up. And actually, there is quite a lot of red by comparison to blue. Blue's the shortest wavelength, red's getting longer. So there is a lot of red visible light in the dawn and dusk sun. Now, the proof that there is a lot of red light in a dawn or dusk sun is when the sun sets and you see it goes to near dusk and it's just about to disappear off the clouds, the sun turns the colour red or pink. That's why. Pink, red, because there's more in that sun there's less visible blue light, although the sun always has it in our vision, and there's more red light. Now, there's even more. There's high red light in dawn or dusk sun, very low blue light, no UVB, very little UVB, very little UVA. Now, in the dawn or dusk sun, there's a lot of red visible, but beyond the red visible, we go up in the spectrum to a higher wavelength of near infrared, medium infrared, and far infrared. And these are what we call red light therapy. Red light therapy, those red light machines, are a combination sometimes of red light, which you can see, but also near infrared, which you can't, medium infrared, and far infrared, which you can't. So red light therapy. The sun contains red light therapy, but what I'm saying is that the sun has a lot of red visible light, and it also has a lot of near infrared, medium infrared, and far infrared. So, with that being said, I'm all for red light therapy, by the way. If you've got £500, £600, that's how much it costs. Those machines are expensive. But I think they are very useful tunes to add on, although you really should be getting your red light from the sun and nudism as much as possible. what I'm saying is that, and the benefits of red light therapy are huge, and it's going to be a huge portion of my sunlight build. There's so much I've got to put into that, but red light is powerful. But I'm going to link it in with the sun, right? Your way of doing red light therapy, if you focus, is the best one time for red light therapy with the sun isn't the midday sun, it's the dawn or the dusk sun, because the dawn or the dusk sun, or nearer that time and less towards midday when it's high in the sky, dawn or dusk sun has more red light. And I've already told you that's why when the sun sets and you have a dusk, it goes red pink, yeah, because there's more red light in the sun. There's more red light and there's more infrared at dawn or dusk, which is why I think HRM protocol now is not a bad idea. It's not bad. I thought it was, I knew it was good anyway, but what I'm saying is there is a difference now with sun gazing in the morning and as it rises and sets. There's an advantage. When you sun gaze at these time, you're going to get more infrared light therapy. Now I think HRM did it because he said he thought midday sun was dangerous, but I'm coming from the angle that actually there's benefits now to sun gazing, not just at midday as a hack for deep breathing and the benefits of, you know, having that powerful light, but also there's other benefits now, like red light therapy, intensive red light therapy, of doing sun gazing, and also just nudism and just looking at being out with the sun, even if you're doing sun gazing in the morning and at dusk. So think about that. Midday sun, very different. As soon as it gets high to the sky, we have a backwards reverse effect. So there's a lot less infrared from far, medium, near, the invisible spectrum, the high frequencies, a lot less as it reaches the top. And there's very little red visible, and there's more of green, blue, and purple. Very high amounts are visible, and with the midday sun, just like reverse, you've got high amounts of UVA and UVB, which is good for a lot of things. It gets even deeper, right? So these are good. These are important, the midday sun. It's got other benefits. I've got to try and figure out, I'm trying to figure out right now, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out, and I might be wrong with my conclusions when I make them, but I have noticed that you breathe deeper, even if you don't sun gaze, you're just outside with the light. The midday sun makes you breathe deeper for some reason. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the nitric oxide. I'm still trying to figure shit out. So there's something going on. Maybe it's the UVA-induced nitric oxide, because there's more UVA in the midday sun. So leave that one with me. I'm going to try and figure that one out. What was I going to say? So midday sun has more UVA, more UVB, and more blue light. Blue light is powerful. I'm giving out a lot of information here. Okay, trying to work the dots. Blue light, when it hits your skin, and this is key. When it hits your skin, it's proven that blue light removes excess fat from subcutaneous fat from the skin dermis. So any fat that people have got, and we all have it, especially fat people, obese people obviously, but any excess fat from not looking after ourselves gets removed very easily. Well, let's say very easily. It gets removed by blue light, the blue light of the sun. So the best time, if you want to lose weight, or if you've got too much excess fat, losing weight shouldn't be your primary focus, by the way. It should be healthy, but I mean by losing fat you do become healthy anyway. So, but if you want to focus on, you know, you have excess subcutaneous fat in your system, and a lot of people do, even in the health community, unfortunately. You want to be getting sun at the midday, because that's got more blue light of the visible light spectrum, which science shows is the one that pushes the fat droplets in the skin, and the skin layers into the bloodstream for elimination. So you can focus on that. Also, the midday sun, like I said, has got more UVA, UVB. The UVB is very powerful for wound healing, for tuberculosis, skin infections, eczema, cirrhosis. Purifies water, by the way, UVB. So it purifies your body. It's a very powerful medicine. It gets even deeper. UVB is the one that causes people problems, tanning and sunburn, right? And this is why, okay, hear this. There's two reasons, I think, why people get sunburn. A, they're unhealthy, but it goes deeper than that. Because the sun actually has a mechanism to protect you from getting sunburn, right? It actually has a mechanism to protect everybody, even unhealthy people, from getting sunburn. How does it do it? It does this by this. People get sunburn because all they're doing is, as well as being unhealthy, they're going out into the strongest sun, which is high in UVB, which causes sun damage. Yeah, and the body's not ready for it. Now, science shows that if you go and get sun first thing in the morning, you know, that dawn or dusk sun, and do some nudism, exposing your skin to the sun, that protects you as the sun rises and as the UVB gets stronger. So there's some kind of mechanism that the sun does, how amazing is this, to protect your body from getting sun damage and really bad excess tanning, which is gonna, you know, you could say is not a good thing, and it protects you. But people don't do that. People just go out in the strongest sun, which is better than nothing, right? Yeah, but they're unhealthy as well. But what I'm trying to say is the sun has that mechanism to protect you, and people aren't doing it. And it's just another reason in my head for us not just to focus on, oh, I should go to the sun, the midday sun, because I was like this a couple of months ago. I was like, I'll just do midday sun gazing or midday sun and not go out and see the sunlight in the day, in the dawn or the dusk. I was like that. But now I realise I was wrong. There's a lot of advantages to almost being back with nature, and it's not even about possibly spending 8 hours in the sun, I'm trying to say, because that thing's a bit unrealistic for everybody. But what I am trying to say is, I'm coming to the idea that you need not just you don't just need a specific time of sun. So it's not about, okay, hear me this. It's not about 2 to 3 hours of, or say you've got 2 hours to allocate to sun in an 8-hour day, and you go and do it between 12 and 2 because you think midday, woo. Or even, okay, I've got 2 hours to allocate to sun time. If you have the chance, I'll do it in the morning and then forget about it in the midday and the evening. What I'm starting to think, from information I've heard and now from what I'm learning about the different frequencies of light, it's better off to do a couple of minutes in the morning, first thing as you get up, first fucking thing, and then, if you can, every couple of hours, go out for 5-10, if you've got no time, go out for 5-10 minutes, but each movement of the sun across the horizon from the dawn to the dusk, try and get yourself, I'm going to experiment with this and see how it affects my psychology, and I expect pretty stunning fucking results as I experiment with more sun power. So I'm going to start experimenting with maybe less sun than I normally get. Even under cloud cover, sun still works, guys. You know, don't worry about shit. I'm going to experiment with, as the sun rises and gets to the top and middle, just spreading my sun time out to different times, because I know it for a fact, the sun does different things at different times. And we can't exactly be out 8 hours in the sun every single day. Well, I don't think we can anyway, so I'm trying to look for hacks, and I think the hack is this, just to delay it. Get the most important 3 is to get as soon as you get up, as close to away from midday as possible. This is why, by the way, waking up at midday as a teenager on your holidays is fucking dangerous as fuck, and going to bed at the wrong time, because you're missing out that morning sun, and you're going straight to the midday sun, you know, and then they're not going and at least mitigating the damage by getting the dusk sun. They're probably inside the house by then. So it's really important to focus on that 3 and any in-betweens you can do. The morning sun, as close to that as possible, as far away from the sun as to the top as possible, timing-wise. Also to get that midday sun. So that's key. Number 2, get that midday sun, or as close it is to the top of the sky. I don't mean literally midday, just work out, okay, there it is highest in the sky. Let's try and get within that window out of sun. And then the last but not least, to prime you for bedtime, it's not just about dawn and the top. It's the prime for the apps. I've got this as a theory. It just resonates strongly, because now I'm seeing the sun as taking us on journey to prepare us for bed and prepare us for a fucking amazing rejuvenating sleep. That's how I see the sun now. Now I know that another key to that is, I'm also thinking as I talk to you guys, I'm actually thinking it through for my own learnings and for my own experiments, literally. So I think just as important as the dawn sun and the top sun is the dusk sun, with that red light, that intense visible red, and that intense near infrared, and that intense mid and far infrared, just before you go to bed, right? Okay, I've been going on quite long for that. Just to add on, So that's it. You've got to try it. Try experiments with me. Do those. Work it out. And tell me how you feel, because I'm going to experiment with that. To add on to that, now we've figured out in a really obvious way, you guys might already know. With these blue blockers, what are they doing? This is really simple, right? They turn whatever you see orange or red. Now bear with me a second. I used to have a pair, which I still got, of blue blockers, or what I thought were blue blockers, and I guess they are. They're just orange. They're like science ones, right? So everything I see when I do these, and you'll see them online, these are quite popular, orange ones. So they're orange tinted. Now I understand why this isn't as good as this. Because this is orange tinted, this is red tinted. Everything I see with this is orange. It blocks out all frequencies light except orange and red. This one blocks out all frequencies of light except for visible red. So this is not blocking out all of them. It's still got orange and red. This one's got red. Now red is the highest visible light frequency, and it's the colour that's least likely to affect your melatonin levels. It's the highest frequency of visible light, least likely to affect. The lowest frequency light being blue, which was where blue lights come in from TVs. That wakes you the fuck up. Blue light wakes you the fuck up. You know what? Watching blue screens at night time without protection. Everybody does. Cell phones, TVs. I'm guilty sometimes when I'm visiting friends. Not perfect with it. When I'm at home, I'm very disciplined, but I can fall off a little bit of the wagon. But the point is this. This one is tame and still does a good job-ish. It's better than nothing. This one is pure fucking red. This is a high quality laser one. This is a laser and it's cheap too. This is the kind of stuff you want to be wearing. I know it turns everything completely red. It might irritate people, but I'm disciplined enough, and I hope you guys would be too, to consider not just these orange ones where you can see a little bit better, but they don't take out all the light. It still allows the orange in. So it's gonna help improve your melatonin levels. Don't get me wrong, I've noticed benefits from it. But this one really is the one. This is the ticket, because I can't see nothing. It takes out all my visible lights. They're gonna fuck up with my melatonin bar the red. And the red light does not fuck up with your melatonin levels at night. Red light at night. I'll tell you why I know that red light doesn't. This is what I just said. Red light from the sun at dusk prepares you for bed. That's why the sun turns red. That's why the blue light of the sun goes down and down and down as it prepares for dusk. And that's why the red, the near infrared, goes up and up and up. Nature knows to prepare you for bed. So when we wear these, what are we doing? Yeah, we're mimicking nature, because we're inside the house with blue lights which are waking us up. We're going against nature, so we have to use this to mimic nature, because this fools my body that everything is red. It's telling me now you guys are red. It's telling me the TV's red, the books are red, everything I see in my vision is red. And red light is how you prepare yourself for sleep, ain't it? Fact. Right. That's it. Had to get that one out there. I'll just read quickly the things. Oh, too many. Oh, okay. Yeah, we do. Kerry, you want to be out in the sun from dawn till dusk. Preferably. That's perfect. That's the ultimate healing. And you can get away with a lot of bad things. You know, the sun is very powerful medicine. You know, people talk about that, but I'm aware now that light is way more powerful than diet. Diet is important, but light is actually way more powerful. You know, people ain't ready for that information yet. Some people aren't. Dr. Morse. There's many people that, you know, they've got their own masteries and focuses, but trust me, as I've got no mastery or focus, just generally health, and I'm open-minded, I will tell you what is more important, and I will tell you that from what I've discovered, light is more important than diet, and it will trigger people. That's fine. You're not ready for it. Cool. I'm just relaying the information from what I've learned and from my experiences of how powerful it is. This is crazy. So yeah, that's it. Start buying blue blockers. Start going red. Wear these at night before bed, and it will prepare you. Another thing as well. Think about this. Red light from fire. What did ancestors do? The Native Americans, whatever you want to do, our ancestors, they would, at night time, the only kind of light that they'd have would be from a blue blocking glasses that makes everything red, but it would be from a fire, wouldn't it? Rituals in front of the fire, no blue blockers, but that red light. Maybe a fire's got a bit of orange in it too, I don't know. It looks a bit orangey, but a fire definitely has red light, near infrared light, and far and medium infrared light, which prepared them for bed. So that fire people were looking into was medicine, because red light therapy is medicine. So having a bonfire is great medicine, by the way, at night time. You know, going camping and having a little fire is medicine. It was medicine for them, but it didn't fuck up their sleep. It was red light at night, in my opinion, is going with nature. And anything we can do to mimic red light at night is going with nature, whilst doing things that aren't going with nature, like watching TV at night. These kind of things. So that's where I'm at. Like, I'm not... maybe one day I'll be completely down with nature, but whilst I'm not with nature completely, we've got opportunities to use the hacks, and these are key. These kind of things, this is why they're important. Another one, you must turn your Wi-Fi off for this to be applicable, as your melatonin levels won't rise. That's key as well, by the way, because the Wi-Fi tells your body that you need to be awake. You don't want to be awake, you know, it ruins it. It ruins its experience. Your melatonin won't rise if you've got Wi-Fi or your phone on. It's okay to put it on 5 minutes, but I mean, for a long portion of whilst your melatonin's rising, you put your Wi-Fi on for that long period. No cigar. That's just another indication. We're going against our nature. You know, turning ourselves on with Wi-Fi, turning our psychology that's on when we should be going to bed and sleep. So, yeah, hope you guys like that one. That was a bit of a, what's the word for it? Thinking through pros. Am I thinking through ideas? I know what I know, but I haven't delivered that information and thought about it a lot. It's kind of new to my mind, so that's why I probably don't appear too confident and I'm talking slow, but it's fine, because this is important information that it's going to go deeper into my mastery, that I can help and explain in better ways in the future as I assimilate this knowledge into my vessel. And the best way I do it is from writing this book on sunlight and also making these videos, and we can learn together. And it's nice to see somebody who's not very certain come on and do these, because you'll see with a lot of gurus that we look up to that when they talk they're very certain, because you know why? They focus on one thing that they know, like fruits are good, but that's all they'll talk about. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's their mastery. But I'm a little different. My mastery is I'm always learning new things. I'm always upgrading the vessel. So therefore I'm not really all the time certain of what I know. And I'm always learning new things, so I have to be unconfident, but what I know now, I know to be correct information, and what I'm learning now is 100% correct information, so I will become more certain with it. It's just you're watching someone grow and learn, which is unusual, you know, but it's fine. I'm fine with it. I'm very cool, and very happy too. It's oh, I'm not talking slowly, Kerry. I thought I was. For me, because normally I'm like getting that stuff out. And Andrew, I know you like your Shungite, mate. I've got something that still, I know, it's good shit. It's good shit, Shungite. I've got it I always put it in my 0 ppm water, which I drink every day. Some elite Shungite, not the other one. So it's even more high quality. It's very expensive too. And yeah, I know that's powerful, for real. There's so many things we can do to protect ourselves from Wi-Fi, Orgonite, and other stuff. So many things, so many things. Dry fasting, to me, is very powerful protection against Wi-Fi, EMFs, and all these kind of things. When the vessel is pure and empty, we can create antioxidants and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm digressing. So, right, light. Go to it. Don't just think of like one type of light, strongest in the sun. The sun has medicine at all different times for you, and even protects you from sun damage if you go at the right times in the mornings. Focus on the morning, the top of the sun, and the dusk sun, because those three are the prime time. Anything in between those is little bonuses that you can try and figure out, but they're all powerful, right? They're all powerful. And then at night time, back on these, let the melatonin rise. We're supposed to be sleeping with nature. Nighttime rule is this: you want to be seeing red in your vision and nothing else, and that's exactly what you do with these days. I see nothing but red. Everything is red around me, and that's okay, because now I'm correlating. It's like me seeing a fire. I'm outside, Ventraman, and there's fire and nothing else. I'm definitely not allowing blue, indigo, and green fucking lights at night time, which comes from these fluorescent lamps and all that shit. So, alright, there you go. Cheers. Thanks for watching.